And hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 1800. What we're seeing here right now is, in my opinion, pure justice. So as we can see, Princess Jing is currently occupying, or well, conquering another island from Miss Hunt, which is good for us. So in this case, we do have the opportunity then having here a little safe spot without Miss Hunt just roaming around there all the time. And no, once again, she did not conquer this island, she just took all the shares. Still not the worst thing, since she can always take it back, and she's definitely weakened now at the state here. As we can see, there is another big royal galleon actually going down as of this moment from Miss Hunt. So this is something that just, yeah, feels good to see actually, like so. Now, we do actually have our own cup of coffee to do here. We have a lot of stuff that we need to do. First of all, let's get back to the next day and jump to, let's jump to Crown Falls real quick. And here we are once again to this beautiful town, and well, we do have a few things we need to do here. First of all, what we can see is that the artisans, well, right now they are pretty happy, they're content, they have everything. Actually it says unhappy artisan, and we want to change that, but they have all the needs they want for basic stuff, right? So what the workers have, they have now as well. So the workers, they are content because they have everything, and we need to do the same thing for the artisans before we can advance to the engineers. Now, one thing that we need to do here is with the theater and the rum. The rum production is rather easy. The canned food, which would be the next production here, is not so easy anymore. The canned food production, however, I also want to have in Crown Falls. Why? Because we need lots of it. We can boost it with electricity. We need the artisan workforce for the cannery, and later on we do have a special item that gets rid of the goulash production here, and we still have the canneries that we need, so we're going to need them eternally, and they also produce or consume steel, right? So all of these things are very important and very convenient to have on Crown Falls right away. Steel, because the sewing machines also need steel, so we do need to have those two things right here in Crown Falls. For that, I've already prepared a few ships. As we can see, my main fleet is also coming in now from the last battle, so we have conquered down here Kareth. Kareth, by the way, we have also now the Clipper here, so we can unload all the things. And just real quick for starters, get us some cannon towers up there, because I'm pretty sure that at some point someone tries to steal this island back again, right? So having a few of these cannon towers here just makes a lot of sense to me. We do get another influence bonus here, the first Sea Lord, and in that case we have this island secured now under our control. Now, let's just check. We have a few clippers available still. So first of all, this clipper down here, I would like to get back home to Crown Falls once again. And on the other hand, this clipper here is going to do something now, and it is starting our trade route for the rum. Let's just go back to the New World real quick. In the New World, we have our rum production up and running. So we have the sugar cane, we have our logs. The only thing that's missing in Maribor now is the distillery. So we can now finally build them. We also have all the timber that we need for this area, and boom, there we have the distilleries. Let's also have, just for to make absolutely sure, let's also have another warehouse in this area then, right? So those two things we can have, and thus our rum distillery production is now up. Do we, by the way, have any storage here? No, we don't. So another thing that I would like to do real quick is we should be getting some bricks over here to Maribor, or we just have our clay production, but as I can see, we don't really have that many farmers here. So another thing that I need to do with the remaining timber is we just need to get a few of these jornaleros back on track, up there as well, right, so that we get our workforce up and running. So as we can see, Maribor, if we want to have more production here, well, the town will need to grow at some point. For now, the rum is flowing. Let's just check the depot. There we have it. So 10 tons of bricks it costs me. We do have some 20 tons of bricks here in Playa del Carmen right now. So what we can do is, well, let's just get this bit of bricks there to Maribor so we can build some depots. We also have something in Drumtout, some bricks, and also our plantain production here. But in that case, we're not going to do anything here for now. The major thing is the rum, and this needs to flow. Now for the rum, we have our clippers. I'm going to use 2 clippers on this trade route, and what we also have is a royal galleon. So nary a double. it's called. We have two royal galleons available, so both of them are going to use. This one here, the first one, is going to deliver some bricks as well, right? And this one here, Prospero, is also going to be on that trade route, and it has the heavy warship and the ship of the line there as defense as well, tied to it, right? So Prospero is going to be on this very first trade route. Let's build it. In the New World, we need to choose Maribo real quick. And then in Cape Trelawney, whoops, we're going to say Crown Falls, and in Maribo, please pick up all the rum you have, which is going to be a lot of rum. So I'm just going to make this full. So it's about 200 tons. This is a wrong number that we have to plus 100. So it's not really right for now. I think for later we might have it then. And then we just need to choose the right ship for it, which in this case here will be Prospero. Down there the Royal Galleon is. Let's accept this one, and thus my first rum ship is on the way. It's going to take quite some time until this becomes profitable in any way, but for now we have started it. The other Royal Galleon is going to take some bricks, some steel beams that we still have, and is going to take, oh wait a second, also some weapons that we just need to make sure. Some 50 tons of weapons. As we can see, 50 tons is the maximum there right now. At the Royal Galleon, let's take this one. Let's attach two more Ship of the Lions and also a warship to it. And they are also going to, well, defend this one now, right? So this is what we need to do here. Having a bit of trouble getting out of the harbor, as we can see. And this one here for now just goes to the New World, and it just goes there like this, because I need to decide then where I want to deliver that, and then we are going to put on this ship here as well on the trade route for the rum. Right, and I'm pretty sure by now that also my gunboat has arrived with the bricks. So let's just unload this one, and let's get the first depots up and running here in Maribo town. Just like that, I'm pretty sure this is fine, right? We could have then something else around it, but for now we have the depots here out and running. Alrighty, so that is working and on the way. We are pretty close to 30,000 people there. Of course, this is a big number for us, but it's a very small number in the big thing of things. What we need to do here in Kareth, we need to start up our next production island, right? In Kareth, oh, wait a second, another thing we need to do real quick before that. It's just so many things. We're going to send this clipper here with a bit of defense here once again. So two Ship of the Lions are going to be attached to it. This one here, Storm Petrel. We are going to send this one, or actually, do we need to? I think we got a nice little ship production, yep, in Sleepy Hollow, where there's a huge ride right now. But what we can do here is, we do need the pepper of Tarek, right, for the canned food production. We don't have pepper, red pepper, anywhere in Crown Falls. We don't have it here, not here, not here, not here, nowhere, right? So Hugo has secured himself the island with the red pepper on it, which is really important to us because of the canned food, but in that case we just have to deliver it here, and this is where Tarek comes into play. We have a lot of space in Tarek still, and we can just build up our red pepper here. I'm pretty sure that the red pepper doesn't cost me more than a bit of timber and workforce, and well, farmer workforce. There we have it. That's the red pepper, and we don't need this for very long, because we have the special item later where we can replace the red pepper with something else. So I'm just going to build a few of these farms. We don't even need to boost them at the moment, because it's just, you know, it would be just too much for what we can do here. So let's build us the first red pepper farm. It needs 108 fields. So what I can see already is that we're going to need 2 or at least 1 additional tile, because we don't want to have it coming into the mountains there, right? So there we got the first one. I'm going to add, let's just see, a warehouse here. I'm going to add another warehouse here. Let's just place it there in blueprint mode for now. So those 3, and then we're going to add another 3 and another 3 and another 3. Right, so I'm not building them right away, but we have them for now. Let's just have a look at the ratio here. So we got 2 minutes for that, 2 minutes for the beef, 2 minutes for the kitchen. So for every single pepper farm, I need 1 kitchen. And this gets a bit more expensive then, right? And for every 3 kitchens, we can have 2 canneries for every 3 kitchens, sorry, for every 3 kitchens we can actually have 2 canneries. So in that case, I'm going to need, let's just say 6 red pepper farms for now. And we can get more later then as well. Let's just build them in all their glory. 15,000 it costs us once again. It's also dropping my balance there quite hard. So each one of them costs me 100 coins in maintenance. That is a lot. Alright, so we are building that, and as we can see, people are working on the fields, plowing the fields there. Next up for that pepper, we do need a trade route. So what I'm going to do now is Constance here is going to be on that trade route, and of course Constance will need quite some defense. So we're going to put on the 2 warships there for now on Constance, and I'm going to say now the red pepper is flowing between Tarik and Crown Falls. I hope it's enough to have 1 ship on it. We'll just see if it's not, and then I will have to just put another ship on it. But for now, the red pepper will be going then to Crown Falls. And another thing that I will need to check as well is if I have enough storage in Tarik. Let's also have a quick look here. No, I do not. So we also will need, before this trade route gets active, we will also need to get some bricks over there real quick. So I'm just going to get a bit of that now. The bricks. There we have it. Let's get a few of them. And also, no timber I don't need. Right, but just to be safe, let's also get some steel beams to Tarik there. So that we have a bit of storage here for the red pepper to build up. And you know what? I'd rather have an overproduction right now at this stage than having an underproduction. So we're just going to have, or shortage. So we're just going to have to use another warehouse there for all of these red pepper farms. Keep in mind, we're going to have a lot of artisans and engineers, and all of them want the canned food, so it's just fine to do it now. Alright, and another thing that we still also need to prepare while my ships are on the way now is, well, the next production right away, which is the sewing machines. And the sewing machines is looking rather simple. It just needs steel and wood, right? It's not needing that much more. Well, you're wrong if you think that's easy, because it needs a lot of space. Those factories, the sewing machine factories, consume a lot of space, and we need a lot of them. Once again, it's Crown Falls where I want to build them. The only question is now where. Now we already have a nice little industrial district here, but we still need more heavy factories later. So I'm going to have the sewing machines. I thought would be nice to have them in another harbor area either. So we could have them just lined up here as well. Then we would of course also, once again destroy this island here that we could use for something else, or I just have them far away from everything in the inland, right? In the inland I wanted to have also some industry, something where I can place some industry, where I can also have some train going there then for the electricity later, because we will also need to boost it. So let's just have a look there real quick about the... Oh, yeah, now one of my fleets has returned, so it is in the New World. It is... Why are they coming down here? Very strange. Those guys here, that is with the steel beams, the bricks. We are right in front of Miss Hunt's Harbor here, so we should be very careful about the radius of where we're going to enter. And we need to go now with all of that to... Actually, we need to go here, to Maribor. Right, because there we got the bricks, and at the same time here is my rum trade route now, and there we have the Royal Galleon that is now getting the first rum into it. This is just looking beautiful, right? And look at that, it's 200 tons full of rum right away as this ship is now getting into. Perhaps I will have to move those depots there a bit further away, because that ship is so large that it's actually clipping into the depots. It's a very fine looking ship there indeed with the New World colors. And what I can see, or what can I definitely see, is that we're going to need a bit more storage here as well. We're still producing too much sugar cane. There's still something else though that's missing right now. There is this fleet. It's actually those two and the Ghost Clipper, right? So those two here, please protect my Royal Galleon. I think something went wrong here, and the Clipper can stay here for now. That is not something we're going to need. The gunboats can stay here in Playa del Carmen. Nothing that I need in the meantime. So there's 200 tons of rum coming in. That's a lot of rum. That's going to keep my people happy, and it's also going to boost my income a lot. Now, what we need to do here is our new industrial district. This is going to be exciting, this industrial district, because we got a smaller one down here for the heavy industry. We got one here for the beer and the breweries, and the bread. And then we are going to need one for basically all the other factories that are coming into the game at some point now. And for that, well, first of all, I will need to do some remodeling here of my farms. So I'm going to get rid of that street there once again. Right, and instead of that, I'm going to have here our two or double layered road there. So keep in mind, the double layer road for me is just a sign where I can place my train tracks later then as well. Right, so we got the main avenue here through the town going all the way up here. And then we're going to add one here for the train tracks as well. So this is another 3 layered road, meaning that we're going to get the train from down here, the oil harbor, over here to the avenue and then along that street there. Going then right into the industrial zone that we are going to have here. So there's probably somewhere around this area our little electrical power plant. That is the first thing. The second thing is now the factories. Let's just have a look real quick. We do need a few roads. So for the factory, I'm going to have a bit of space here that I'm going to use for my factory then. So here we can place the factory. Oh, and look at that. One of my heavy warships was destroyed.
Ship under attack.
By the pirates. The pirates are attacking me.
For the Admiral.
The revolt left your city in ruins.
But I'm not at war with N.
The fire.
Why is my heavy warship destroyed here? It's far away from anything.
More than ready.
No idea about that right now. But it reminds me of something else, that we need to get our storage down here and having the depots in Tarik. So I'm just going to place a few depots here.
Ship constructed.
Oops, so we can close off this harbor area there actually. We need to do it like that. And let's just build those depots here. That's for the
People are starting to get sick.
red pepper. This one here, Constance now, can be sent on the trade route. So we're going to activate it. And of course, this heavy warship is now protecting it, and hopefully successfully so, for the red pepper. So what we have now is the rum and the red pepper flowing already to Crown Falls. So we do need to hurry up a bit here. There I'm going to have the electrical power plant, and around that we can then have our factories, right? So around that we have all the factories that are going to get boosted by it. What we need to do though here as well, because I like to see a bit of beauty there as well, we're going to add these industrial brick walls as well, right? So for that, I'm going to have, let's just see, we do need an entrance for the train then. Oh, come on. And once again, another island is under siege. It's not our island though, it's fine. Widow Magna it is called. Wait a second, what we need to do here real quick is, I want to have once again the brick walls, right? So we're going to add these brick walls here then to this whole district there. So it's all going to be our massive industrial factory district all the way to this side there, and then all the way around here behind behind the mountainside. Actually, I don't think we need to do it on along the mountainside. It just needs to end somewhere up here then in the mountains, right? This is the brick wall that we have there along the road then, just like in real life too, and also going into this direction. We just need to decide just how big it should be. It's going to be a very long district from what I can see. So we are probably also going to need 2 power plants then here as well, right? So here we might actually finish this one here. And then we're just going to have normal buildings again. This makes sense. Let's just have a look there real quick about our sewing machine factory. As we can see, they're huge and we're going to need quite a few of them. And also about the fur dealer factories that we can have. So those 2 factories can be here, those 2 types there. And for later, we're going to have more space and we might actually be able to expand into this area then as well at some point. So just like we want that. The only thing we need now is an entrance for the train. So the train is passing through this one, this space there, going right into this area. So here we can have our first gate that is entering for the train. And then of course we're going to have some gates for normal people as well that would like to join in this area. While we're planning the industrial district, another thing that I can add here now, finally, since we have the windows, is the big fire station, the Fire Brigade Institute, which is the biggest one and it's a modded building. So let's just build this one real quick, and there we have it in all its glory. It is a fantastic looking building. 90,000 she wants to keep the peace. Oh, come on. I was just relaxing with my fire station. And she's falling. We have 47 reputation at this point. Two options I have here. I could first of all decline this one here and go with ceasefire right again for a fraction of this price, but I would lose all my reputation with her. If I want to get my reputation high up there with her, I would have to pay this now, right? If we want to go with alliance at some point with the pirate. So that is something that I need to consider. In this case, we have a lot of money, so this time I'm going to accept this demand here, right? And in that case, we have now the chance of further increasing our reputation with Anno Harlow to keep the peace there. Now here we have it. This is looking absolutely fantastic. Let's just, to make this even more beautiful, finally have some paved roads here as well, because the fire brigade definitely needs some paved roads around itself, like so. And in that case, this building here is very efficient. So it has 4 firefighters right up there. But of course, the construction cost was pretty high. But it's a lovely building there overall. It's just the first new modded building in a row of many. So now we have that here for this heavy industry district, right? We're just going to need a lot of fire protection. The same thing could be applied up here for the sewing machine factories. And thus we have finished the first industrial district here for the sewing machine factories. We have the big fire station there once again that also requires a street through it. And this one provides enough protection then for the whole district, right? We can still add more sewing machine factories here as well if I want to, but I'm pretty sure that's enough for now. We're going to add another layer here for the electrical power plant. So that is coming in then here with the train. So this tile here is going to be the power plant. It will provide electricity for all of it, and then of course we're going to need a bit of space here for the tracks as well. The tracks are coming in here, right, going then up here. So this is not a road later on, but rather just for the tracks. There we have that. So I should, be able to squeeze in another sewing machine factory there as well. And to make it more optimal, let's just also have the train then going right through this one. Righto, this area here I can now build for my fur dealers, right? So the fur dealers are getting boosted by various stuff as well. There we still have the trade unions, so they're also getting boosted by that. I might just have another... Nah, I'm not doing that because it's totally enough of what we have already. I'm going to have the first fur dealer then here. And the fur dealer will need cotton and fur, obviously. And with this scale here, we can now then just basically squeeze in a lot of them here in this area. So I'm going to have... those 3 and another 2 down here. We will be able to squeeze in... Oh no! Just 1 tile is not enough. Let's just try this one. I would totally like to have a warehouse here then. Then let's make it like this. For the fur dealer. Also going to get boosted. And also... with the trade union that we have there already, right? And we might actually squeeze in one here if we want to, or something else for the fur dealers. And then we still have space for more factories later then, and it's all divided then with the beautiful industrial district here. So with these walls that we can build right away for just a whopping 8,000. One of our islands, nope, it's not our island, but one island of Princess Jing was under attack. I think Miss Hunt and Jing still have their eternal war going on. Right now, actually, for the first time, Princess Jing is stronger than Miss Hunt. So this is really interesting to see as well, how this one turns out. And we've also finished yet another big warship coming out here. Of course, this is really going down with our money then once again. And by the way, have we gotten any rum so far? No, we have not. And also what is happening here right now is we do have a bit of a disease. So I'm going to move my ships out there real quick until the disease is over. Otherwise it's going to spread and then also, into my city. It is in my city. And for the city, well, I will need something else that we need to build now, and that's the hospitals. For the hospitals, we do have a whole bunch of new buildings as well. We'll see that soon.